Hello everyone, and thank you for joining me this week on our 5th North Carolina Lighthouse stop. This week we are at Caswell Beach, home to North Carolina's newest lighthouse, Oak Island Lighthouse. It's also the second newest lighthouse in the United States. Oak Island Lighthouse was completed in 1958 and it was built fully automated. The tower itself is 153 feet tall, but because of its position on the rise, the light is actually 169 feet above the water. Why was the lighthouse built at this location? For centuries, the lighthouses on Bald Head Island served as beacons to mariners, warning of the dangerous Frying Pan Shoals. The Frying Pan Shoals is a stretch of shifting sandbars extending nearly 30 miles into the Atlantic Ocean off of Bald Head Island. By the mid-1900s, however, Bald Head Island still did not have electricity, and the lighthouses there weren't able to keep up with modern navigation. So the decision was made to actually put the new lighthouse on the mainland. The Oak Island Lighthouse was constructed on Caswell Beach to take over this mission of guiding mariners past these dangerous shoals, but providing a stronger, more reliable beam. Beyond its navigation purpose, the Oak Island Lighthouse was built with some very unique features. First, there are no spiral staircases in this lighthouse. Instead, it has 131 steps in a switchback ladder configuration to reach the top. Second, the colors for the day mark were not painted. The colors were actually mixed into the concrete during construction. The base is natural gray. The middle section is white cement with white quartz, and the top section is dark gray with black coloring. Third, the tower doesn't taper to the top like other lighthouses. It's the same diameter, 16 feet, 4 3/4 inches all the way to the top. The walls are 8 inches thick and were formed using a continuous pouring process to create a strong and durable structure. And the last unique feature that I will mention is that the base of the lighthouse rests on 24 concrete-filled pilings to anchor the lighthouse to bedrock. When you arrive, there's free parking adjacent to the site. From there, a scenic walkway leads you through a dynamic sand dune system that, in my opinion, rivals Body Island for the best coastal views. Hey, I can't apologize for the marine science nerd in me. You will also find placards on the Oak Island Lighthouse walkway describing local topics such as the light station's history, plants and vegetation on the dunes, native bird species, and some of the history of the lighthouse. This is a guided tour that takes about 30 to 45 minutes. After checking in and signing a waiver, you'll have a few minutes to take close-up photos of the lighthouse or snap a couple selfies while everyone gathers. Once the group is ready, the guide gives a quick safety briefing.
But before we go in, we got a few things we've got to go over.
Since you'll be climbing ladders, it's helpful to know that you need to wear closed-toe, rubber-soled shoes. You need to keep both hands on the railings as you're climbing, and you should always face the ladders. Pictures are encouraged inside the lighthouse, but only from the landings. After the first short climb, you will stop on the landing where the guide will give you some more information about the lighthouse and some of its features. For many visitors, this is as far as they go. The lighthouse actually offers tours to the second level between Memorial Day and Labor Day each year. Inside, the round walls give the lighthouse a silo feel, and the echoes are crazy loud.
Everything echoes.
At the top, you know the views are definitely worth the climb. You can see the town of Caswell Beach. You can see the Cape Fear River. And if you're lucky, you'll see a dolphin or two swimming by. The biggest surprise for me was seeing Old Baldy, the lighthouse that came before this one, across the water. I tried to capture it with my phone, but it just couldn't do it justice, as you can see. It was very windy on the day that I visited the lighthouse, so be careful if you're wearing something on your head. When the light was first lit, Oak Island was the brightest light in the United States. Today, the beacon uses 16 rotating LED lights with a pattern of four 1-second bursts followed by 6 seconds of darkness. Together, those flashes can be seen up to 24 nautical miles. Here's a fun fact. The 11-foot lantern room was actually installed by Marine Corps helicopters. Since we were more staggered in our descent, I was able to capture some footage of the climb down for you. It shows you what the trip down the ladders may actually look like on your visit to the lighthouse. This lighthouse is still an active aid to navigation, so the Coast Guard maintains the light. The property itself is owned by the town of Caswell Beach through the Federal Lands to Park program. Since 2006, the Friends of Oak Island Lighthouse have provided tours and supported preservation efforts at the lighthouse. If you would like to support the Friends of Oak Island Lighthouse in the work that they do, I will make sure that I drop their information in the video description. So what do you need to do to plan your visit? First, the Oak Island Lighthouse offers free morning tours year-round with advance notice. The days of the week varies depending on the season, so you will want to check the website for accurate information. Slots really do fill up quickly. So if you're planning to visit during the summer, you will want to plan at least 6 weeks in advance. To register, you will need to send an email to the Friends of Oak Island Lighthouse with your name, the number of climbers, the date you would like to climb, and a contact number for them to be able to reach out to you. They will normally respond to you within 48 hours to let you know the availability for the day that you would like to climb. And they will also provide some guidelines about what to bring and what to leave behind on your visit to the lighthouse. There are no restroom facilities at this site, so you will need to plan ahead for this. I love this lighthouse and the setting. Trying not to hit my knees climbing up the ladders was really a reminder of my days in the Navy. If you're comfortable with climbing ladders, I highly recommend the Oak Island Lighthouse. It's a really unique experience, and Caswell Beach looks like a very nice family-friendly vacation spot. You won't find many shops and restaurants near the lighthouse. The town of Oak Island is nearby, and the Oak Island Pier is a spot worth checking out. Let me know in the comments if you've ever climbed the Oak Island Lighthouse, or if this is one that's going on your bucket list. As always, please don't forget to subscribe. It really does help this channel grow. For our next stop, we'll be catching the passenger ferry to Bald Head Island to visit Old Baldy. So until next time, I'll see you at the light.